The echoes of laughter filled the high school hallways, but amidst the chatter, one presence remained unsettling. I remember him vividly, a boy named Patrick, though even now the mere thought of his name sends chills down my spine. He claimed he was a demon, and to this day I feel uneasy even whispering about him. Patrick had a reputation that preceded him, shrouded in an eerie silence. He was socially awkward, his vacant stare unsettling not just to students but to teachers, who would glance at him with unspoken concern. Every day, he donned the same tattered gray hoodie, its fabric absorbing the sense of neglect. He was a short, unremarkable figure, if you could look beyond the shadow of his hood and the dark glasses he wore even indoors. It was as if he was hiding from the world, or perhaps from something lurking within him. Though he had no friends, he had an odd way of claiming those he deemed worthy. If he decided you were special, you'd hear him declare, "You're adopted," sealing your fate in his twisted circle. Few were fortunate enough to join his ranks, and I was one of the unlucky few, perhaps because of an infatuation he harbored for me. Most dismissed his claims of demonic heritage, chalking it up to the struggles of a troubled mind. But little did we know the dark truth that lay beneath the surface. The scene is set in Wayne, Pennsylvania, a quaint town that felt like the perfect backdrop for a horror story. One afternoon, as my friends and I lounged in the dugouts behind the high school, the conversation turned to Patrick's peculiar fixation on Gabby, another girl ensnared by his odd charm. We laughed, teasing Gabby about his strange affections, unaware of the shadows creeping closer. Suddenly, a chill swept through the air. Laura, my friend, uttered Patrick's name, and within moments he materialized as if conjured by our laughter. He leapt atop the dugout, a baseball bat gripped tightly in his hands, his expression blank yet menacing. The laughter died, replaced by an unsettling silence. Patrick offered a nod, a chilling acknowledgement before he vanished, leaving us shaken yet amused. How could we have known then that our mirth would come at such a dreadful price? Days turned to weeks, and we cautiously avoided mentioning his name thrice, an unspoken pact among us. But the strings of fate are often more intricate than we imagine. One evening, Laura and I were hanging out in her room when Patrick's name slipped through our lips 3 times again. Moments later, we heard the front door slam, our hearts racing as we exchanged terrified glances. Peering downstairs, we found Patrick conversing with Laura's unsuspecting mother, who greeted him with a nonchalance that was deeply unsettling. "I was summoned," he claimed, a phrase that clung to the air like a death knell. When he finally left, we couldn't shake the feeling of dread that enveloped us. It was evident. His presence lingered when his name was uttered, a sinister omen of something far more dreadful than we could comprehend. Our naivete would cost us dearly. One fateful day at Johnny's house, our friend dared to taunt Patrick, calling his name 3 times in jest. It was a grave mistake. Not long after, Patrick emerged from the shadows of Johnny's backyard, a sinister grin on his face. Johnny, in disbelief, dismissed our warnings, but panic set in as we realized the gravity of his folly. The true horror unfolded when I found myself home alone, a rare moment of solitude that should have been liberating. I had invited a boy over, blissfully unaware of the chaos that would soon ensue. As we relaxed, the boy, oblivious to the shadows lurking outside, mentioned Patrick. I felt a wave of nausea wash over me as he laughed, a cruel taunt that set my nerves alight. Ignoring my pleas, he bellowed Patrick's name 3 times, shattering the fragile calm that had settled over us. What happened next felt like the very fabric of reality unraveling. Rain lashed against the windows, a prelude to the storm that would unleash hell upon us. I glanced outside, heart pounding, and froze. There, beneath the downpour, a silhouette loomed, an unmistakable form looking up at my window. Panic gripped me as I dashed to lock the doors, my heart racing with the primal fear of being hunted. "I'm adopted!" I screamed into the storm, a desperate plea against the encroaching darkness, knowing deep down it would do nothing. My companion rushed downstairs, but when we looked outside again, the figure was gone, swallowed by the tempest. Morning light revealed the aftermath of the previous night's horror. As I stepped into my backyard, dread coursed through my veins. There, tangled in the bushes, lay Patrick's hoodie. His presence felt more real than ever. Wrapped inside were my belongings, objects I thought lost forever. The shadows in my heart deepened, twisting the truth of what I had experienced. Days turned into a week without a word from Patrick. His absence weighed heavily on us, but we had no idea what lay ahead. My parents remained oblivious, sheltered from the storm of terror that had enveloped me. Rumors whispered through the halls of my school, tales of Patrick's sightings and unsettling behavior, but none could prepare us for the darkness that loomed over Wayne, Pennsylvania. As time passed, the reality of those nights and the presence of Patrick haunted my dreams. I couldn't shake the feeling that he was always there, listening, watching. Even now, I dare not utter his name, fearing the specter of my past will claw its way back into my life.